tourists, holidayists and travel makers. Today I am here at Bournemouth Beach. We're going to be having a look around, see what you can get up to and show you everything that Bournemouth has to offer. Let's go and have a look. So first of all, as you can see from the sheer amount of people here, it is one of the most popular beaches here in the UK. If you don't live in the UK, then I'm sure you probably wouldn't know that, but if you live in the UK, I'm sure you do know that. And if you thought that it was busy on one side of the pier, have a look at that. Absolutely packed here today in Bournemouth. We've got a henna stall there, look, as you walk up the pier. Let's have a walk up. So unlike a lot of coastal cities in the UK, the tide here doesn't really move much. It kind of stays a lot in one place. So where you see it there is kind of where it stays. It's very stationary. So coming toward the end of the pier now, you can see that there's this place here called Rock Reef. Now, if you don't know what that is, it is essentially a climbing wall and tunnel thing. I don't even know how to describe it. It's really good. I used to go there lots as a kid. So if you have kids, it's definitely worth a visit. It's quite pricey though. I'll be honest, these stalls that you see here, donut stalls here at the end of the pier, they're all brand new. These are brand new for 2026. So you look back onto the seafront, you can see, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. If you look over there in the distance as well, you can just about see the Needles in the Isle of Wight. Now at the end of the pier here, you've got Key West Restaurant. There's the menu if you want to have a look. It's a little bit pricey, but it is in a prime location and it is really, really fancy in there. So they do have like a token system here. So there are a few rides up here. You've got some little go-kart things, little carousel, hook-a-duck, and of course the Helter Skelter. Now if you're wondering what that is there, well, I'll go and explain it to you. There you go, guys. Gonna be in the video now. What top blokes, honestly. We're just like, oh, you're doing a video? That's cool, mate. Now this is the explanation for that up there. So you can zip wire off the pier. Look at that. So there you go, there's the rules and regulations. What an exhilarating experience, a must-visit attraction for tourists and locals. Booked online and the staff were helpful and safety was excellent. I've got to agree with that. Having been on the zip wire myself, it is indeed very, very good. It's a very unique experience because you can't really get it anywhere else. Bournemouth is the only one in the UK that has a zip wire and the only one in the world as far as I'm aware. They have also got these telescopes dotted around the pier, but quite honestly, I would say they're not worth it at all. But as you can see behind me, it is very busy on hot days. So if you are going to come to Bournemouth, just be aware of that because it can get quite crowded. Strawberries and chocolate, that's a new one as well, very nice. Probably a little bit pricey though, I've got to say. So at the very beginning of the pier, you have got the Pier Amusements, which is an arcade. Let's go and have a look. Absolutely unholy amount of machines in here. So many of them. Massive arcade. In this arcade, you can win anything from a pack of Haribos to an Echo show, even a Kindle. And if you're feeling very lucky, play your chance at £100. And that is the Pier Arcade. I don't particularly like it in there because it is always a little bit busy, so it's not for me, but be prepared if you go in there that it is going to be busy. So as you walk out of the arcade, you've got this observation wheel. Absolutely massive thing. They have modernised it over the years. It did used to be very much just like a fairground ride, but the prices are a little bit ridiculous, I've got to say. So you can see there, it is an adult for £10, child for £8, and that is per person. So if you want to go on this, maybe paying a small fortune. It is worth noting as well that just as you come out of the amusements, you've got the Aruba bar and restaurant. Very expensive place, but it is very nice in there. You've also got an ice cream store and some newsagents with some gifts that you can buy. And there's also another ice cream parlour just over there. So as we head over to the west side of the pier, you can see the oceanarium. Now, this is very similar to Sea Life, if you've ever been to a Sea Life centre here in the UK, but we'll have a little look at the pricing and what's inside. So it has also got an offshore cafe and a cove shop. Let's go check it out. So those are the prices. So that's what you get. It's quite expensive to come in here, but it is a worthwhile experience. And if you are a BCP, Bournemouth Christchurch Pool resident, I believe you get 25% off. So this is the little cafe. This is the offshore cafe. They do all sorts in here. Let's have a look. Got some cakes, look, some sausage rolls. Very nice. They do also have seating outside, so you can look over the beach. Stunning. Tell you what, that is the 5th ice cream stall that I've seen so far today. There are so many of them down here, so you have your pick. There's another one there, look, that's 6 now. It is worth mentioning as well that Bournemouth is lifeguarded really well. They've got all of these little stands up and down the seafront, and they're always keeping an eye out over the sea so that they know what's happening. So this is fairly new. This is the Palm Beach Club. It's like a little restaurant on the seafront. Very nice. I'm not going to go over, but you can see the menu from there. By the looks of it, they've also got a bar / takeaway option as well. Tell you what, if you're coming to the beach, I'd recommend coming here just past the Palm Beach because it's very quiet here. Seems to be like a little bowl patch. Got kind of a little gift shop here. Look, you can buy some magnets. Hi mate, how you doing?
Well, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Okay, so we've got an amusements here. Let's head on in and have a look. So this is admittedly slightly smaller amusements than the Pier Arcade, but it is still big. You can still get some nice prizes in here. And then literally next door to that, I think you've got more amusements. Oh no, that is just a gift shop in there. It used to be amusements. So that's ice cream stall number 7. So many of them here in Bournemouth. But you've got these signs over here that show you where you are along the seafront and where you can go. So it shows you, look, there we are. If we head on up this way, we'll get to the Durley Inn, Durley Chine, Middle Chine, and then Allen Chine. But we're not going to go that far up today. So we're just going to head back over to the city centre. They have also got these showers dotted up and down the coast, so you can have a shower when you've got too much sand on it, if you say you're paddling in the sea. Coming over now to the other side of Bournemouth Pier, you've got a beach shop there. And you've also got this, which is pretty interesting. I'll show you what it is. So essentially what this is it's a Royal Air Force Red Arrow simulator. So you go in there and there's a screen and it moves in 360 degree motion, I believe. So the price is there, £6 per person, £22 per family, which admittedly isn't actually too bad. And just like that, we are on ice cream stall number 8. There it is. Now walking east of the pier, you've got a look left and you'll see Harry Ramsden's. Now this is the world famous fish and chips here in Bournemouth, and it is world famous. You can come here and try some, but it is very expensive, that's all I'll say. Let's go and take a peek at the menu. We've got all these beach huts down here. These are brand new. I've never seen these before. Very good idea though. Little restaurant seats. So you can see it says from £9.99. If you want to buy anything, it's very much you're talking about £20, £30 per dish. So it's very expensive. But I tell you what though, it is very much worth it. They do also have a take-out option if you would like that. If you don't want to go and sit in, they have got a take-out option as well. They've also got these barbecues here, look, so you can, if it's a nice day, have a barbecue on the beach, which is pretty insane for England, I've got to say. So as you walk back up towards the gardens, there is a tourist information centre. It's got a little gift shop in there, and also you can get some bookings and souvenirs. So yeah, have a look in there if you will. And next to that is the Pier View Cafe. Now, this is a very, very nice cafe. It's a bit less expensive than the one at the end of the pier, but it is very, very nice indeed. And that's number 9. So they've always got some kind of different eateries over here. So on this occasion you've got pizza, Greek, and I'm not quite sure what that one is. It looks nice. Now if you have a look up there, you'll see the pavilion. It does have a little bar there with lots of seating, so you can sit down and enjoy the sun without being on the beach, which I think is pretty cool. Pricing's not bad, particularly in there either, but let's have a look down this way. think that's number 10 now, and that's only about a 2-minute walk away from the one that we saw a second ago. Not even that. Now they have also got a terrace outside the pavilion, which you can see up there. Very nice in there, a little bit crowded, but it is very light and very modern. Having a walk up through the gardens, not only do you get some beautiful sights, you can also play mini golf as well. So that's what the mini golf looks like. It's quite a big course. So you've also got the fairly unoperational bandstand there. I have been to a few times when I've seen people play up there, but that was a very long time ago. I don't think it's been in use for a fair while now. So that's number 11, but they do also sell crepes there as well. Be interested to see how they taste. Fancy a crepe right now, I'll tell you. So the mini golf is open 10 AM till dusk until the 30th of September. So I'm not sure when that's from, but I'm pretty sure it's near enough when the summer holidays begin. But there we go. So as you're walking through the gardens on the left, you can see a big building which is called BH2. So that has a cinema, lots of restaurants, a boom battle bar, some other cool different things. So it's definitely worth a visit. If you came to Bournemouth in the mid to late 2000s, possibly the early 10s as well, there was a balloon that was here that would go all the way up there. Pretty sure they took it out though, because the view of Bournemouth was absolutely rubbish. So during the winter they do actually have a ice rink up here that they put up. It's quite a nice ice rink, it's quite big. And if you want to see that, check out my video on Bournemouth Christmas Market. It is a banger. And we've got number 12. So it looks like they're kind of doing some refurbishments up here at the minute, but this is normally where the bus stops would be. And you can see peeking through those two buildings, you've got the Obscura Cafe. Having a closer look at that, it is a very nice place to have a drink or something small to eat, but it is very expensive in there, that's all I'm going to say. So we've got a department store there called Bobby's. It used to be Debenhams, but Debenhams closed down quite a while ago now. So coming up more into the retail side of Bournemouth now, got lots of different stalls along the high street. Absolutely love it, brilliant. It's very, very cultural down here. So going up this direction, you have got very much your sort of generic high street shops. So there's not really much point going up there. You can imagine there's a Greggs up there, that kind of thing. So yeah. So coming up to around the other side of the gardens, you've got the birds and chickens over here. I'm not sure how good the quality is going to be because it is sort of fenced, so you can't see it very well. But there are birds and chickens in there. Lovely big cage for them. And then you have, of course, got ice cream parlour number 12 up the top here. So that is about all we've got time for today, guys. But thank you very, very much for watching. It's been a pleasure to film this video today in Bournemouth. Absolutely lovely day for it as well. So I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.